Hey YouTube, this is KingCobraJFS with another video, and I was examining my shotgun here, and I noticed there's a very tiny thin crack in the stock. We're trying to get it in the camera lens here. How well you can see? You can't really see it that well. There you can kind of see it right there. That very thin line from about here all the way down to about here. It's the very thin line right there. I'm not worried. I'm kind of worried about shooting if it has that crack in it. So before I shoot it, see if I can pick up some wood putty from Hobby Lobby and take a Q-tip and kind of just fill in that crack with some wood putty and let it dry, just so I know it won't, because I know for a fact they use wood putty for shotguns when they modify the stocks, and they want to fill the holes in. And once that dries, they sand it off and they repolish it. But honestly, I don't know how the fuck that got there. But yeah, some wood putty should take care of that just fine, Anyway, I'll talk to you all about hate crimes. I don't agree with them one bit, because I feel that hate crimes are just an excuse for people to look at the differences of the people who were involved versus someone just killed somebody that should be in jail for it. That's the way I see it. But then you get, it's just a likely excuse to point out race, and it's disgusting, You see, in the worst case scenario, you get a white person killing a black person or a black person killing a white person. I hate to use race in this, but it is what it is. And people either look at it and go, well, that's a hate crime because they're different colors. Like, really? How about an American just killing another American? That's the way I look at it. It's disgusting. And then you got the whole stand your ground thing. Stand your ground would apply in this scenario. Let's say, hypothetical, someone decided to break into this apartment. Now, because I'm worried for the safety of the people who live here, plus the safety of myself and Stephanie, I pull out my shotgun, blam, blam, okay? And cops were to show up, I'd be like, this is what happened, yada, yada, yada. Chances, I'm like, I'm Asperger's too, and chances are they'd be like, oh, you were standing your ground, okay, cool. Worse is taking a gun to go out and randomly shooting somebody. That's not standing your ground, okay? People are abusing that excuse these days to get away with murder. And it's no different than like in the 1990s or before stand your ground was even a thing. People are using, oh, the voices in my head made me do it type thing. And there are cases where people are mentally unstable to be in society, and they do stupid shit that gets them in a lot of trouble like that, and that comes up, and it's a legit thing, and they end up in the asylum for the rest of their life, or in a mental hospital, if you will, and that's that. But then people use that excuse because they want to go to jail for their crimes, and it's bullshit, okay? It's complete and total bullshit. So, I need wood putty and some stain. Chances are they probably have stock stain at Sportsman's. I'm pretty sure they carry it. Can always ask. And I haven't shot that shotgun yet, and I'm not comfortable with shooting it now, knowing there's a crack in the stock. Just because I want that, to go out and shoot it, and then have that stock just completely split down the side. And I did a little bit of research. There are some gun repair shops here in town, thankfully enough. But if I can fix it myself for half the cost, then I'll generally do that, And wood putty is basically like liquid wood, so, and I know, like I said, any gunsmith will tell you that if they're sawing off a shotgun stock, when you cut that stock off, there's going to be a hole in it, so they generally fill those holes up in the stock with wood putty anyway, and they let it dry, and then they sand it all smooth to concave and match the shape of the stock, and then they restain the stock. So, I've seen it done. On the show Sons of Guns, they had an episode where they had a 20 gauge side-by-side. He calls it a leopard gun. And I got to see how they made a sawed-off shotgun, and it's pretty cool. But because Wyoming, it's illegal to do that in Wyoming. Okay? It's it's basically, it comes out of the factory, that's the length you're allowed to have it at. And I'm like, yeah, I want to go to jail for something like that, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. But, yeah. So, hopefully the wood putty takes care of it. Because until then, I would not feel comfortable shooting it, because I don't want the break action shotgun to literally break on me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, going back to the whole stand your ground thing and all that, I don't agree with it. Well, I do if it's applied to certain situations, like you're protecting the people around you, that's one thing. But people are abusing the fuck out of it lately, and it's just so goddamn annoying. So goddamn annoying. Well, today was Mother's Day, so I hope you all had a good Mother's Day. For Mother's Day, I made my mom a ice cream bread. The first one I made was a little burnt on the bottom, and then when I tried to flip it over onto the tinfoil to take it over to my parents' house, it broke in half. I'm like, it's still eatable. So then I gotta scoop it up to kind of wrap it in the tinfoil, and it falls on the floor. I'm like, ah! So yeah, I was a little pissed off about it. I threw it away, unfortunately, and I made a new one. The second one, you know, was a lot better. I'm like, no big deal. It happens, you know. My dad's out of town right now. He's out of state at a job working, and so I went over to my parents' house for dinner, and we were having spaghetti, and as I was carrying the plate over to the table, I go to set it down, and as I set it down, it completely falls off the table and shatters all over the floor. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I was this close to walking home after that, but then I realized, it's snowing outside, so I went outside, smoked a cigarette, came back, I'm like, okay. The Mustang amp I had quit working on me. I had it plugged into the computer and everything. I go to turn it on, and it's not working. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Like, alright, so, that'll go back to where it came from to get looked at either Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. But then I thought, you know, if I can play thoroughly on the guitar, at least I need to try to play it on the piano. So I took out my keyboard, y'all seen me play on YouTube before, and I got home. Went to continue the piano lesson, only to find out that the keyboard doesn't want to turn on. I'm like, great. Fucking fantastic. I suppose it could be worse, right? But still, it's frustrating. Disassembly of a side-by-side shotgun. Very easy. It's not overly complicated. Show you how that works here. First things first, we're going to get rid of the shells because when you're disassembling a gun, it's safer to have the ammo out of it. Okay. Second thing you want to do, disengage the triggers. Third thing you want to do, this thing right here, your forearm. Okay. Push that down, comes off just like that. Okay. And then to break the barrels away from the shotgun, all you gotta do is go like that. Okay. That's all you gotta do to disassemble your shotgun. And then to store it like this, you want to put your forearm back on your barrel here, just like that. And when the Sportsman's gave me the shotgun in the box, it basically came in the box like this, you know. And to reassemble it, same process, just in reverse. Okay. And basically what you want to do is look real closely at these things right here. Okay, I'll set the barrel down here. These things right here, these things, they move. Just like you see how they move? Okay, you want to keep these things when you're reassembling it open like this. Okay, just like that. You want to take this part of your shotgun and you want to take the beaver tail receiver and leave it open just like that. You want to latch this part on. And just like that. See how it's like that? And you just go like that. Okay, now look at that. Your barrels are reattached. That's when you want to take this end, right there, you see where it kind of slits a little bit like there, right there on the bottom. You want to line it up with those prongs you saw earlier, and put it back on. Okay, come on, don't, come on, come on, come on. Again, you don't want to like force in there and break anything, so take your time with it if you have to. I'm a lot better at disassembling this thing than I was when I first started. Come on. Come on. Okay, those things have to stay down. Come on. Yeah, how many retakes I've had to do with this fucking video just because of stupid random shit? Why are you being difficult? There it goes. Alright. Now because of that, you go to break it open, it doesn't fall, okay? That's how easy it is to assemble and reassemble and disassemble your side-by-side shotgun. Real easy, not overly complicated, and when you go to clean it and stuff, that's exactly what you want to do, to clean it. That's exactly what you want to do to clean it. Okay. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna pick up some wood putty and you know, put like a Q-tip and just kind of, you know, fill that crack in. The crack's not very thick or very deep, but it could get that way real quickly if I go to shoot it, and I don't want that. So I'll try some wood putty, and you know, wood putty should take care of it. A little bit of wood putty in that crack should seal it up quite nicely. If it does, however, break, the stock decides to break on me while I'm shooting it in the field or whatever, then it's gonna suck. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I'll take it to a repair shop here in town and have them deal with it. Look at this nasty thing on my shoulder. Ooh, it's tender. It does not want to pop. I mean, look at that thing. It's right there. Yeah, that thing looks nasty, doesn't it? I guess it's not ready. But anyway, yeah, I don't agree with the whole stand your ground. I mean, as far as people using it as an excuse to get away with murder, and I don't agree with hate crimes. They're just complete and utter bullshit. And there are times when, you know, those situations apply to where they're actually legit. You know, shit happens, you're protecting people, whatever, you know. But then you know, but then people abuse that excuse, and then, you know, then it, self-defense basically is what it is. Come on. Oh, it doesn't want to. I guess it's not ready. But yeah, that's just my whole 2 cents on it. Now, basically, the term hate crime is a crime committed against another individual by another individual based off of religion, sex, creed, ethnicity, you know, whatever. And it's bullshit. It really is. I don't agree with it one bit. And here's the thing. You're not required to like everybody you meet in your life. You're not. But if you don't like a person, then avoid them, you know. Less trouble, less stress on you, you know. But then there's times where, you know, you're with people you don't like, you're forced to be with them because maybe you work with them or maybe you know them in the school you're going to or whatever, and you don't want to get to you, you know. That's the best way to deal with it is just don't want to get to you. It's not worth it, you know. Because here's the thing. You go out and shoot somebody because you don't like them. Well, guess what? You get caught, you pretty much go to jail for the rest of your life. You know, so if you enjoy playing guitar or singing or writing music or being able to go to the bar once in a while and have a drink with your friends or hold and maintain a job or having sex with your girlfriend or shit like that, it's kind of hard to do if you're in prison, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I've had those moments where I had someone I did not like, but I just told myself, you know what, it's not worth it, you know, it's not worth it. I got too much going for me out here on the outside world to throw it all away for something stupid like that, you know what I'm saying? However, if someone were to try to break into the apartment, the shotgun would not be a first resort. This pistol would be, this airsoft pistol. And why? CO2 at 450 feet per second. You can poke someone's eye out with this thing, okay? Plain and simple. Got the extractor rod for the airsoft shotgun. You can push it through here to the inside. You can see where it's poking on the inside right there. That's how you know it's clear. See what I'm saying? And it's loaded right now with CO2 and everything. All I have to do to load it will be to pull the slide back. Okay? But people are saying that that's just a toy and yada yada yada. But according to the package it came in, it said this is not a toy. Recommended for adults 18 years of age or older, or otherwise required parental supervision. Okay. Despite the fact it doesn't shoot actual bullets, it still possesses a potential danger in that aspect. So, yeah. Drinking a New Belgian Fat Tire, as it's called. It's not the best tasting beer in the world, but it's still a cold beer, so, eh. So. And this is just one of those things, you know, if you don't like somebody, don't worry about it, because at the end of the day, you know, and there are times that you're going to encounter people that you don't like, that you're forced to be with. You know, an example would be if you're going to Job Corps, and you got some people in your dorm that you don't get along with, you know, it's just something you have to deal with, you know. It's a different example, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, and I got the hiccups. God damn it. Oh, fuck. I hate getting hiccups. I don't know about you, but I hate getting hiccups. Did my cigarette go out? Well, that's convenient. The reason I say wood putty is because I've seen how a sawed-off shotgun's made when they modify the stock and everything. It was on an episode of Sons of Guns. When we cut that stock off, there's going to be a hole where that screw is exposed, and you're going to have that split down with the stock. You know, they usually put wood putty in the holes where the stock's been cut off, and once it's all been wood puttied and everything, they sand it off once it's all dried to concave the stock to their taste, or whoever's making it. And then once that's done, they sand the entire stock off, and then they restain it. So, in theory, wood putty is the best way to go. I could take it to a repair shop here in town, But then again, I don't know how much money that's going to cost. So, I'll get some wood putty for it, and then I won't bother restaining it or anything. I'm not worried about how professional it looks, just as long as it doesn't break on me when I'm shooting it. You know what I'm saying? Because when they call it a break-action shotgun, like I said, I don't think it's the kind of breaking they were talking about. Pull 2 triggers and the entire stock breaks on you. I've seen that happen on YouTube. People have sawed-off shotguns on YouTube, showing them off, and then, poof, you know, they break them and shit. So, I was going to make that into a Mad Max shotgun, but then I found that Wyoming federal law says you cannot modify your shotgun like that, period. That is a federal offense. And I'm like, nah, no. So it's staying the way it is. But that's a very common shotgun sold out of Sportsman's. So if I don't restain it, it'll have that little line of wood putty sealing that crack. That's a little way of telling their shotguns apart from mine, because mine has a little line on it. I guess you could look at it like that. But yeah, I think a Q-tip and some wood putty will take care of that just nicely. And wood putty is basically liquefied wood. It hardens in like wood anyway. So yeah, you might be able to get wood putty at Walmart too. There's something to look for, I guess. Add to the list anyway. I'd rather have too much wood putty, have a little bit sticking out the side, having it uneven, and having it, as far as level goes, than have a crack in the stock. You know what I'm saying? At least that way I know that if I go to shoot it, it won't break on me. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, better be safe than sorry on that issue. As it sits, I got a broken PS2 and 4 coffee mugs and an old TV that doesn't work. I'm like, ooh, stuff to shoot at. Yeah, So, that'll be something to do. Get together with your buddies and your guns and get a truck together and load all that shit up and just take out to the middle of fucking nowhere, away from any civilians or anything, and, have at it. I do plan on making a video the first time I shoot my shotgun and posting on YouTube. I don't know when that's going to be, but it's something I do plan on doing, So, yeah. Shit. Well, anyway, I hope you all had a awesome Mother's Day. I ended up baking some ice cream bread for Mother's Day for my stepmom, who I consider my real mom. My biological mother I've not seen in years, thankfully enough. My dad ended up kicking her out of the house and divorcing her because she was mentally unstable to raise me. So between the ages of 3 and 4, my real mom, I consider her my real mom anyway, comes into my life and raises me as her own. And that's one of the things that makes step-parents really awesome, is that they aren't, required to raise stepchildren, but they take on that responsibility anyway because it's just the thing to do, and it's awesome when they do that kind of thing. And there are times it can suck because, and I don't even remember my real mom, to be honest with you. The last time I saw her, I think I was 12 or 13. We were visiting my grandparents in Cheyenne at the time. And my real mom gets a hold of me and says, hey, you want to go get a bite to eat at the mall? And I said, okay, why not? And we went and sat down and ate lunch. And we didn't talk much, really. And it was kind of depressing, to be honest with you, And ever since then, I'm just no contact whatsoever, When I was a kid, though, at that tender age of 3, 4, 5, and 6, my real mom would send me stuff like toys, clothing, and candy, you know, just to pretend like she still cared. And I sent her a letter asking her not to. And I said because it brings up too many painful memories, and I asked her not to do that. And the weird thing about it was that I was able to comprehend these emotions at such a young age. You know, the way I worded it was years beyond my recognition, you know. One of the first signs of children who have Asperger's is they're able to express themselves and verbally. They're years beyond their education, basically, you know. So, as far as I care, my real mom could be in hell getting raped by Satan for all I care, because I would not. And if she watches this video that stings a little, well, I hope it does then, because I really don't care. And then the whole church thing too, that's completely off topic, but after the divorce, the court system required that I have split custody between my biological father and my biological mother, which basically meant visitation and all that shit. And I hated going to see her. I fucking hated it. Going to church with her too? Ugh. Okay, my real mom basically grew up in a very tight-knit, strict Christian Catholic family, very in-your-face about it, you know what I'm saying? But then my stepmom comes into my life, and her family goes to church, and I go to church with them once in a while, and it's a different experience. It's not negative or anything, so, yeah. So yes, as far as church goes, I have very mixed feelings about it, but for the general realization of it, I just choose not to go, because it's not what I believe in, you know? Plain and simple. I may have a pentagram around my neck, but I'm not a Satanist. I don't worship Satan. I have a beer with Satan, but I don't worship him. Well, anyway, KingCobraJFS within the video. And thanks for watching, and see you all later.